Hey everyone, Shabim here and welcome back to our next episode of the Gibraltar Challenge. Now, it's been such a terrible season since you left me last time. Last time, of course, we defeated Olympique in the second division League 2 quarterfinal. And we also defeated Man 62 in the League 2-0 as well. I then ended the episode by saying we've got two easy games we should win. And I lost one and drew one. I can't believe it. It's been really poor the last couple of matches, which is probably my fault. I've tried changing formations and tactics up a little bit just to try and help us out a bit, but we've struggled a bit here and we need to get back on top of things. And this episode could be a way to do that. We've got a game in the Rock Cup against Olympique, and we've also got an away game against College in the league. Now the league is not looking completely out of hand, but it's not looking great. We're currently second place. We're 3 points beneath Magpies, who do have a game in hand coming up as well, which is quite worrying. I think we might struggle to win the league this year. We might have to end up going up by the playoffs, but either way, we're going to do exactly what we can, push as much as we can. Right, things that have happened since the last time I saw you. We have signed Jack Chapman, who can play right, left and centre mid. I said the defence, should I say, sorry. Looks like a pretty good player, got some pretty good stats in a lot of areas. The scouts and the coaches said he was very good, so we picked him up on a free transfer. He's done okay so far. He's played 2 games, average rating of 6.5, but still, of course, getting used to the players that he's playing with. He was playing for Gibraltar United. Only played 3 games in the first division, but I thought we could make more use of him here. And we also signed up Kelvin Morgan, who is a striker who we stole from Magpies. So the little 6-pointer style transfer, weakening their team while making ours stronger. We were struggling with extra strikers, so I think this is definitely going to be a good transfer for us. So far, he scored 2 goals in 2 games, average rating of 7.10. So I'm pretty happy so far. But in this episode, then we have got, like I said, that game against Olympique in the Rock Cup, and we'll also play College 75 away in the league as well. So without further ado, let's get straight into the match against Olympique. And here we go. Then we have changed the formation somewhat. We made it a bit more attacking. So we'll go for the team. We're going to be for the team for a while. We've got Salva in goal, 19-year-old Spanish keeper. Played every game so far, 5 clean sheets out of 11. We've got Heslop at left back, who again is not fantastic but has great potential. Has got 1 under 21 cap now for Gibraltar. Played 10 games, got 1 assist, average rate of 7.03, which is good. We've got Chapman in centre back, of course, one of our new signings. Played 2 games for the club so far. Hopefully going to continue to build upon his good form. Dion William Hammond continues on. He is a fantastic player, really good stats in the Holy Trinity of defence. Baglietto continues on at right back. I think right back and left back are 2 positions we want to try and focus on. But we should get our youth players pretty soon, actually. That's something I'll have to keep an eye on. That'd be really cool when that happens. In midfield, we're going to go for Rui Lopez. Again, very good player. He's more suited to the cam role, but he can play CM should he need to. Alongside him, of course, we've got Max Makaka. 6 games, 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 player of the match and a 7.19 average rating. We've got Sanchez Perez at attacking left midfield. He's got good pace and that sort of stuff. Maybe not the most fantastic a player. Isra continues on at right midfield, our top goal scorer this season with 5 goals. And then up front, we're going to play Dickens Kalama, who's been very good for us so far, but has been away on a lot of international duty alongside our new striker, Kelvin Morgan. So let's get into this game. Hopefully we get a win and we can continue on to the next round of the Rock Cup. We're going to try and give him a bit of a morale boost because we are struggling a bit here. What should we go for? We're favourites for a reason. Go out there and show them why. We've got 1 player motivated, which wasn't great. Hopefully we can push on a bit more. I mean, we definitely improved the squad in the January window, but will it be enough to pull Magpies back? We do have Magpies in the next video twice. We're going to play them in the League 2 Cup and in the so I'm just shutting some stuff down the back to see if that'll speed the game up a little bit. Yeah, we got them in the League Cup and in the league as well, so if we can get them in the league, that'd be fantastic, because we need to basically catch them up. They've got 1 game in hand and they're already 3 points up, which is not great for us. Still, no matter what I do, I can't seem to make this game less jittery. I don't know if it's just the game itself or what, but it's struggling somewhat. Now, some of our normal players like Trenton and people like that are struggling a little bit with fitness, which is why they're not playing today. And of course, our main man in midfield, who I've forgotten his name, is currently out with a suspension. So, bit disappointing, but he should be back in time for the next game in the Rock Cup. Oh, this is the Rock Cup, sorry, the next game in the league. which we need to make sure we get every single point possible. Now Kalama's in, Kalama shoots, Kalama scores, there we go. 5th goal of the season for Dickens Kalama, and we take a 1-0 lead in the 10th minute here against Olympique in the Rock Cup. Now, of course, the Rock Cup, if you don't know, contains both the 1st and the 2nd division, whereas, of course, the Division 2 League Cup contains just the 2nd division. That makes sense, doesn't it, I suppose? So that's an interesting way of looking at it. So this is going to be a much more difficult cup to go on and win. But the further we go, the better. I don't know if there's any prize money available in this one. It'd be nice because we are struggling a bit with money at the moment. It has been difficult to come by. You normally don't get any money till you start hitting the Champions League, really. Unless we need to start building up the fan base as much as we can. Rui Lopez once again. He's already got 1 assist in this game. Can we get a second from him? Plays it back to Makaka. Takes a shot on. Puts it over the top. So, yeah, like we did in the previous time we did the Gibraltar Challenge, the idea is to try and get as much money as we can and then see if we can actually build this stadium up. Build the two ends up and make it into a bigger and better stadium, because it's not going to just help us, it's going to improve all the other nations, the other clubs in the nation as well. Try and get some more money in for them, and then they can start to improve and be pretty cool. I've seen people before do this, and they've got like, I don't know, 50 years in the future, something crazy like that. And they have got like massive TV deals. That was poor, wasn't it? That was definitely poor. I think a new goalkeeper might be something we look at as well. Like I said, when we get the new youth players through, because as I mentioned on the beginning of the challenge, the 2 changes I did make is I gave us a better youth academy and better youth hiring prospects, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And also slightly improved the nation's youth rating as well. So we should bring through some pretty good young players this first season. So we might be able to strengthen our first team with just that alone, which would be useful. I'm disappointed with that goal, I really am. I mean, our form has been pretty poor recently. God, nice, we got it out. Yeah, our form has been pretty disappointing recently. That's why we're changing up for this formation, because we're getting a lot of opportunities and not just scoring the goals. So buying the extra striker and going 2 up front, I think is just my way of just trying to mix things up a bit until we can... Oh, what a tackle that was. And see if we can improve things that way. But at the moment, it's not looking fantastic, is it? Right, this is really jittery. I don't know what it is. It's really... Is it the game? Is it just me? It's just not very smooth at all, is it? The game says I've got the best possible... Is it a little bit when it was a little bit quicker? It does seem a bit smooth when it's quicker, doesn't it? Kalama, back of the net, there we go. Dickens Kalama with his 2nd goal of the game, assisted by Morgan. I think the game is a bit better when it is just slightly sped up. I don't know what it is. It looks a bit smoother, doesn't it? Let's do it there as well, just slightly, not major. So I'm coughing up. I've just put some deep heat on my neck, and it's just oh, it's bloody strong. It really is. Bloody hell. It's making me struggle. Right, we're 2-1 up then at half time. Kalam with his 2nd goal of the game. He definitely has been quite big for us this season. We've had 10 shots there for. We do deserve this lead. It's good to see Morgan and Kalama working well together, because I don't often play formations with 2 strikers, to be honest. I normally just play the single striker formations. But with 2 pretty good strikers now, we were struggling to get the goals. I think that it's good to have it this way. I really do. I mean, we need to get these wins picked up together as well, just to build our morale back up, and hopefully that will make it a bit easier for us to get the victories as well. I do think this is slightly more smoother now. We'll sped it up. Isra, come on, my man. Great ball into the box. Oh, Sanchez Perez didn't attack it. Now he does get the ball. Plays it across. It's gone back to them. Maybe this is why I've noticed a lot of other people that do these challenges don't do it on 3D. They do it on 2D. Oh, what a tackle that was by Heslop. If they don't do it on 3D, they do it on the 2D circles. Maybe this is why, because the actual gameplay itself is still pretty iffy, isn't it, in the long run? Alright, so I think we probably can afford to make substitutions now. I think Trentin, who's had a couple of games out, can come back in. And then Makaka struggling as well. Maybe we bring in... Tell you what, Campoy Lopez is... We don't want to take too much of a risk though, do I here, I suppose, do I? Let's bring on Jason Smith. He's not played a lot so far this season. Or James Smith, should I say, sorry. Rui Lopez with a free kick. It's in a good position. Oh, save. Isra tackles the keeper. The keeper's out of position now. Oh, almost getting that third goal in this game. That'd be nice. If they got that third goal, maybe to make a couple more subs. I might bring on Campoy Lopez anyway, to be honest. I'm willing to let a lot of people go in this summer as well, just to try and clear our squad out and just keep the people that I think are good enough. Because there's a lot of players in the under 23s that have barely played a game for us so far. They're getting 80 quid a week. Isra, this Heslop. Isra again, ball into the middle, cleared. And as far as Heslop into Smith. Nice ball out to Isra once again. Ball into the middle, Trentin, back out to Isra. Deep to Kalama, good save. Right, we're going to go for Campoy Lopez now in place of Isra. Just to protect Isra and to give Campoy Lopez a run out and see how good he actually is. I mean, he's not played yet. You watch him now, we'll concede a goal. I'm blaming Campoy Lopez if we do. Oh my god. We've actually conceded. It's an own goal as well, it's Ruiz Lopez. Come on, guys. Campoy Lopez, that's all your fault. All your fault. We just brought you on. Bloody hell. Right, we get straight back in with another highlight. Come on. Let's get that third. Trentin into Smith. There's Heslop. Finds Trentin over the top. Great ball saved. Off the bar. Oh, God. Come on. What do we need to do? That was... Oh. That was like a proper FIFA one, that was, where it just bounced off. And again, though, we're dominating with the shots, and we're drawing. It's stupid. 16 shots, 5 on target. I'm like, this is just becoming a bit crazy. They've gone 3 up front. They've gone very aggressive here. What happens now? Is it extra time? It's not going to be a replay, is it? It is extra time. Don't let it slip away. You've been a better team. There we go. That's to gain some confidence. Come on, guys. We can do this. Trentin all the way up front to Morgan. Straight from the kickoff into the defender, though. 19 shots we've had now. Trentin's ball in. Rui Lopez. He's scored in the wrong end, and now he's scored in the right end as well. His third goal of the season. He wasn't really one of my main players this season, you know, but he's slowly becoming more and more important, getting more and more goals. It's a good header. 3 goals is... I know it doesn't sound like much, but compared to a lot of the other players, that must make him like a 4th or 5th highest goal scorer this year. Maybe even 3rd highest. Don't concede again. Baglietto, good clear, my man. Right, can we get a 4th and just confirm this, basically? Morgan. Nice run in Morgan into Kalama. Played it back to Dion Hammond. Campoy Lopez. Baglietto into Morgan. Out to Heslop. Baglietto again. There's Smith. Trentin. That's really jittery. I'm struggling to... My eyes. Let me know if it's bad for you as well. Campoy Lopez. Good ball in. Trentin far post. It's 4-2. Giovanni Trentin with his 2nd goal of the season makes it 4-2. And we should be okay now. We should be okay. And Campoy Lopez getting himself an assist as well. It's good. Trentin's 2nd goal of the season. Campoy Lopez with the assist. I'm happy now. Trentin, he's had a few games out, Trentin, so bringing him back in and getting this result will be good for him. The problem is with this game against... I don't know who it is now. We've got a game in the league in a few days' time, and this extra time is not going to help us out with tiredness, is it? Rui Lopez. Oh, clips the bar, that did. Gonna have half time of extra time now, I think. You can't make another substitution now, can you? I know that they changed it in some competitions where you get an extra substitute, don't you? Or can you? Oh, maybe we can. Let's try it. Montovio? No, you don't. I know in some competitions now, when you get to the extra time, they let you make a 4th substitute. I can't remember what competitions it is, though. Let's just to try and protect the players, isn't it, I suppose? Oh god, this bloody deep heat's killing me. Salva, come on, mate, take your time. Don't rush. 24 shots to their 10. We deserve this win. We're 4-2 up. We should be okay now. Trenton's just been booked for some sort of foul. Over the top. Kalama's on a hat-trick. Oh, he's put it over. Should have been his hat-trick. No, it was saved. Okay. It was offside anyway. I know. It is a corner. Rui Lopez comes out to Smith. You play it back out to Lopez? No, you play it back to Dion Hammond. That's fine. Just waste a bit of time. Chapman. Here's Trenton. It's going to bounce out once again. That's the end of the highlight. We're doing okay. We've got 5 minutes left just to hold on. It should be fine. Kalama playing a 9.1. Wow. Rui Lopez on a 9 as well. Heslop's up to a 7. It's the problem when a game like this, it's 4-2, your defenders are not going to do too well, are they? They conceded 2 goals. There's not really a lot they can do. A 7 rating's not terrible, though. Bring his averages up. Great tackle, Rui Lopez. Oh. And then the ball as well. I thought that was going to go to Kalama, but no. Castle gets there. Clear back up the top. Baglietta to Campo Lopez. And there's the full-time whistle. We are through. 25 shots. 12 on target, 4 goals. It's still disappointing in my opinion. I mean, I know we won the game. That's the main thing. But still, we're very, very wasteful. And it's worrying how wasteful we are. There we go. 4-2 victors over Olympique. So now let's get straight into our next league game of the season. And here we go, then that game against College 75. We've gone for essentially the same team, apart from Trenton coming back in at left midfield in place of somebody Spanish. Somebody Spanish, got what his name was now. It wasn't Rui Lopez, was it? No. And Henry's obviously come back in at centre midfield in place of Rui Lopez as well. I was struggling to think who the best person to bring in. I mean, Lopez has scored quite a few goals, but Makaka has got the best passing ratio in the league. And 96% completed passes, so I thought he might be the better player just to have in there to link everything up nicely. So let's go to this game, another very important game because we need to get the win. We need to keep piling the pressure on Magpies as much as we possibly can. They have not played yet, so this will put us 2 games ahead of Magpies, and hopefully win this game. We will go equal points with them. Yeah, which is not a great position, don't get me wrong, but we do have them in the next episode. They've got an injured defender, College 75, which is a bit of a risk. Been a massive length of time between that cup match and this match, I must say. It's been a real long time, which is not great because it does sort of bugger up the match fitness, really, of everyone. So we've had 3 shots so far in the first 20 minutes. Nothing that's been highlight worthy. Now there is a highlight. Maybe we need to work the ball into the box more. Maybe we're just having lots and lots of long shots and that's why they're not actually very effective. Kraken field. Linking up well. Kalama nearly steals it away. Pacheco, nice tackle by Heslop, who has actually been a very good player for us this year. We haven't got a lot of great players at left back, so to have that young player come through the academy at the beginning of this first season has been quite useful. Isra picks it up. And then if we're going to get the highlight from this, Makaka forward to Trenton. Looks like we are going to get the attack from this. Trenton's ball into the back post. Isra was there. Henry puts it just wide, and it continues at 0-0. Bit of nerves kicking in there for the College side. Let's give us some. No score? No. Let's give us some encouragement for the full team. See if that helps at all. That's a great ball over the top to Danny Navarro, and they're 1-0 up. Wow. Oh, this is the problem. We dominate the games and they score their one opportunity. That's the frustrating thing. I don't know why this happens, but I mean, look at that over the top, and Navarro, 1 shot, 1 goal. It's quite frustrating, isn't it? And the best way, let's just try like working the ball into the box. See if that is a good way forward, and then focus play through the middle, do you reckon? High tempo. Let's try that. Let's just try like working the ball into the box a bit more rather than maybe having longer shots. It's another highlights. Heslop heads it back forward, but it's back in the possession of College 75. Pacheco. Field. Even if they had a player called Track, they'd have track and field then. It'd be pretty fun. Come on. Get the ball out. Don't concede another. Please don't concede another before half time. Would be in absolute terrible street then, I'll tell you. Isra, big ball over the top. Morgan gets behind the defensive line. Kelvin Morgan, back of the net, out of nowhere. Kelvin Morgan with the goal. His second goal for us. His fourth goal of the season. Oh, that was a great counter-attack. That was great cut out there by Isra. Then that ball over the top was perfect to Morgan. He's got pretty good finishing ability. And this transfer is definitely starting to give us some benefits now. That's great. I needed that. Needed that a lot. Get back on level terms before halftime. We can't afford to lose this game. We can't afford to draw this game, to be honest with you. We have to get the 3 points. Have to get the 3 points. Right, let's do calm. We're not doing badly. If you continue to work hard, we'll get this. It's made the goalkeeper happy, but that's not necessarily the player I want to make happy. I want to get the guys on the pitch going. Their injured centre-back could become a problem for them, though, I think. Trenton, great tackle. Good lad. Good lad. Right. Inspired by there, they've got a nice little boost going. They've got an inspired by feedback, they have. Chapman, good header clear. Baglietta, there's Henry. Come on, mate. Bring it forward. There's Trenton. Nice ball up. Kalama's in. Kalama, back of the net. Get in. Now that is what I call a turnaround. Goals either side of half-time. We go from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. Trenton with the assist. And Dickens Kalama with his 7th goal of the season. He really is becoming very effective. And this change in formation seems to be working for us here at the moment. Having the 2 strikers, having 2 targets up front for the midfielders to play into seems to be working very well. And the front 4 are all doing 7+ ratings at the moment. Right, they're not concede now. Be a real waste if we conceded straight away. Benares. Be nice if we can keep some players like Trenton and people like that in the nation. It'd be nice because we might be able to get them into Gibraltarian nationality so they can potentially look to play for the national side, which is one thing that I did quite a lot in my previous playthrough, was just try and keep players around for a few years so they can actually gain the nationality and improve the national side. Morgan. I think we had a Australian midfielder who was pretty good, had pretty good potential. I think we got him from like a Premiership side, maybe like Forest or something like that, I think it was. He was really... Oh, what a tackle, Kalama! Wow! Flew through the back of him. Yeah, and he actually gained Gibraltarian nationality before... I mean, Australia wanted to call him up, I think, but he actually ended up getting Gibraltarian nationality. Kevin Morgan with his 2nd goal of the game. Oh, yes. This is starting to work together delightfully now. Assist by Isra once again. Isra actually is a very underrated player for us, I think. I mean, the strikers generally get the plaudits, but he's been absolutely outstanding. And I'm so happy that from 1-0 down, we can now be 3-1 up. Again, they've got another highlight straight after. Good save by Salva. I mean, it was a little bit of a flop at it, I think, to burn it, but we're up to the hour mark. We'll think about making a substitution soon. Morgan's ball in. Trenton. 4-1. 3-1. 4-1. 3-1. 4-1. Oh! This is good. I'm happy now. This is a good score as well. This is building up our momentum and putting the pressure on Magpies. If we can nip in front of Magpies before the end of the season, that'd be immense. That'd be absolutely huge if we could do that. Right, we can afford to make some substitutions now. Let's bring in Wayan in place of Hammond, because Hammond plays yeah, let's do that. Montovio, you can come on in place of Kalama, just for a bit of restingness. And Campoy Lopez, 3 assists for Isra in this game, wow. James Smith, let's bring you on in place of Makaka. There we go. Triple substitution, why not? Let's get some fresh legs on the pitch. Henry's free kick in. Isra's far post. Isra. He deserved the goal. He really did. And it's 5-1. This is our best result of the season so far. And the game seems to be a bit smoother now as well, which is nice. I don't know why it's changed, but it has become a bit smoother now. So Isra with 3 assists and a goal now to his name in this game. College 75 are fired up by the feedback, but like it really matters. Kevin Morgan's got a gashed arm, which is not great, but we've already used all our substitutions now, so we can't really do anything about that. Come on, guys. Fired up by the feedback once again, but it's not going to matter because here we are in the 90th minute. I mean, even if they score now, it's going to be 5-2. I mean, I do want to keep as many goals ahead as we can just for goal difference reasons in case it does end up that way. Ah, they've scored. Bloody hell. Yeah, I want to keep as close as we can just for goal difference and stuff like that because I want to make sure that we... if it does come down to goal difference, we have got those extra goals in our pocket just to lean back onto. But we've gone to 3 goals. And I'm just going to go ultra defensive for the last couple of minutes just to make sure we don't concede any more. There's a corner to them again. Good clearance. There we go. Blow the whistle, ref. There we go. A 5-2 victory here over College 75. That's the sort of return I wanted. And this formation's working pretty well, I think, actually. I'm very, very pleased with the result and the performance. What really happened here? Was there anyone who... I don't know. I don't want to blame anyone, really. We conceded 2 goals, but it wasn't great. That does put us top of the table now. We've got a better goal difference, but Magpies do have 2 games in hand. Those games are going to come up against... They've got Olympique in 3 days' time. And they've got Hound Dogs before playing us. They've got us... Oh, that's interesting. So we've got them 2 games in a row, but they've got Man 62 squeeze in the middle, which is not great for them. But Olympique could be a bit of a stumbling block for them. They've been fantastic form actually all season, haven't they? They lost to us early in the year. And then they beat us later in the year as well. So it's been a pretty up and down relationship between the 2 of us, but it's going to be an interesting one. Right. So we will come back then. I'm going to play Olympique off camera. Oh no, the Rock Cup's been squeezed in the middle now. Interesting. Okay, well, I'll play Olympique either way, and then I think the league version against the Magpies will be much more dangerous. So we'll do Magpies, then we'll do the Rock Cup's quarterfinal as well in the next episode. Yeah, that should be pretty interesting. And then we might come back and do the Magpies there as well. There's not a lot of time left. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 1, 2... What am I doing here? 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. There's only 6 league games left now, and we've got to catch 2 games up on Magpies and some goal difference, which is going to be difficult, isn't it? We have to beat them. This match is so important. So we'll come back next episode. We'll play Magpies in what will be a make or break match for us, really, and hopefully come on top. If you have enjoyed this one, please do hit a like and of course subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.